So yes, I'm kind of a strange hybrid mix between an artist and a biologist. So as a biologist, I study amphibians, particularly frogs and toads, as not really bioindicators, but what could be called bioindicator species, looking at the way that they're developing in really complicated ecosystems. And then my little niche inside of amphibian biology is I study their limb development. I'm really interested in amphibian deformities or malformations, and seeing if this increases because of different other pollutants, things like agricultural pollution or just agricultural habitat alteration. But as an artist, all my work relates to ecology and amphibians, but lots of ecological phenomena. And particularly, I'm really trying to get an environmental message out through all of my artwork, which is, I guess, my form of ecosystem activism, or naturally, just like when I'm doing the field research, I just feel the need to make statements through the art. But this aquarium piece, the eco-displacement, is supposed to be a cross-section of just kind of Mississippi Delta. So it's filled with all kinds of species, but also artifacts, but it's just supposed to be literally like a cross-section of all the life that you end up seeing just when you're out there sampling, or basically what you don't see just by being, walking along or even being in a canoe. It's all that subsurface life, and just to show how rich in biodiversity it is, and all the beautiful animals that live in these wetlands, and also to show how they're a constant threat to human-induced alteration and pollution, and just people throwing their litter in and all kinds of stuff. So all of the garbage and artifacts in the aquarium, in the eco-displacement, were found in local wetlands. So it's literally like as realistic as we can make it. And the goal there is just to get people realizing what amazing creatures live in those waters. And so these are specimens from the Gulf of Mexico, different species of fish that were found either after the spill, like immediately after the spill, or sometime during the past 3 years, that have washed ashore dead or have been collected. And I did a chemical process called clearing and staining. So they end up looking like x-rays. They're not really x-rays. What I do is I stain the bone red using certain kinds of dye, and then I use a digestive enzyme to make it transparent. So it's about a 30-stage chemical process. And so what I wanted to do is have them look like vibrantly colored skeletons. So they're kind of ghosts and apparitions. And the message hopefully here is just getting people to realize, A, the types of animals that are at risk, continue to be at risk from the presence of what happened in 2010 with the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, but also just to see the beauty of them. And so there's a third piece in the show, which is called Committed. And so what I did is I worked with a team of folks, and we managed to get copies of the BP commercials, like 10 of them, and literally went through line by line everything that was being said in the commercial, and found scientific evidence to refute what was being said. Either scientific or from social sciences, or all published studies. We didn't generate any of the content, we just researched it all. So after digging through reading through about 30,000 pages of documents, we managed to find snippets. And so what you see is the regular BP television commercial, and then flowing underneath is text which refutes what's being said. And it's just such a great pleasure to be back in beautiful Louisiana, and absolutely the reason to continue this kind of work. We gotta make people aware of what's happening, and fight to restore as much as we can and prevent further accidents from happening. It's so important for future generations, but our generation and all the other organisms that are found in this fantastic place.